So in the Surah Al-Baqarah, which is after the Surah Al-Fatiha, the next surah, which is name of Al-Baqarah, the cow, and the beginning of these first three letters is Alif Lam Mim. These are abbreviations, which we just leave it the meaning of that to Allah. And the next words is Zalikal Kitabu La Raiba Fihi Hudal lil Muttaqin. Ano sabi na Allah? Ito yung libro na walang duda. Yung sa Quran, there is no doubt in it. Hudal lil Muttaqin, that it is guidance for those who fear Allah, yung mga takot sa Allah. Yung ito na pa-guidance sa yung mga takot sa Allah. And those who fear Allah only can be guided, and those who don't fear Allah can never be guided. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said that ito libro na yon, walang duda ito. Zalikal kitab la raiba fihi. In this book, there is no doubt. Only the book which can guide you, which is without doubt. If any book has a doubt, can never guide you. In Islam, we have only one book, the Quran. There is no other book beside the Quran. The Prophet Muhammad, his life is explanation of the Quran. His sayings are explanation of the Quran. His family are the explanation of the Quran. His companions, the Sahaba, were the explanation of the Quran. So what the Prophet said, it is nothing but just explanation of the Quran. What is the life of the Prophet Muhammad is nothing but explanation of the Quran. And his wife said about the Prophet Muhammad that if you will see the Quran walking, then you can see Prophet Muhammad. You can see Quran in him. He's a walking Quran on earth. So Prophet Muhammad, his life is Quran. He implemented the Quran in 23 years. Even the disbelievers were asking, why not the Quran just go down in once? No, because Allah said it gradually in 23 years, so He can implement to Prophet Muhammad in his life the Quran, and his family can be implemented the Quran, and his companions to be implemented the Quran. So if you want to see the Quran in a person, look at the Prophet Muhammad. If you want to see the Quran in the family, look at the family of the Prophet Muhammad, the Ahl Bayt. And if you want to see the Quran in the community, then look at the community of Sahaba, the companions of the Prophet Muhammad, then you can see the perfect community. Now the problem now today, what happened with the Bible? Anong nangyari sa Bible? Bible is mixture of everything. When you open the Quran is the word of Allah, salita ng Diyos. Wala na yung salita ng tao, salita ng propeta, salita ng mga iba-iba, wala. Only the word of God in the Quran. Salita ng Diyos. Wala na iba. But not like in the Bible. Bible is halo-halo. Meron salita ng Diyos, meron salita ng propeta, meron salita ng tao, meron salita ng hindi mo alam sino yan ito. So halo-halo yung Bible is, and even the meaning of Bible is Biblios. Biblios means the books. Different books, different authors. And the most of the authors are not even sure. Like the four gospel, which is said according to Matthew, according to Luke, according to Mark, according to John. Not written by Mark, not written by Luke, not written by Matthew, and not written by John, according to. It's not say that it is written by John or Luke or Mark or Matthew. It is according to them. And when you read the Bible can say any person can talking there. It's not just God's word there, but it's the word of the people there, word of the prophets there. That's why you cannot distinguish right with wrong in the Bible. There are lots of addition that may marami dagdag bawas sa Biblia, kaya marami yung mali. For example, sa Biblia sa unang pahina, the first page, the God created the heavens and the earth in the 6 days, and on the 7th day He rested. Hindi pwede lalika ng Diyos na yung lupa at mga langit sa 6 ng araw at sa 7 araw siya na pahinga. Kung Diyos na pahinga, hindi siya malakas, mahina siya. Dahil pahinga siya. Pagod siya. So hindi pwede na Diyos na pahinga, hindi pwede Diyos na pagod. The God cannot be weakened, and God cannot need to be tired, and He cannot need to be rested. So it is a mistake in the Bible. The first page, the big mistake, attributing blasphemy to God. But the Quran is no such thing in the Quran. Quran is always perfect. Why the Quran, like the Quran said, the God created heavens and the earth in 6 days and he got no fatigue. Ano sabi ng Allah sa Quran? Likha ng Allah, likha ng Diyos, lupa at mga langit sa 6 na araw at hindi siya napagod. So Quran is perfect. No, walang mali. No mistake. God created heavens and earth in the 6 days and he got no fatigue. And that's perfect. That is correct. Because God is free from getting tired. The Quran said, وَلَا تَزِرُ وَازِرَةٌ وِزْرَ أُخْرَى. And the Quran is always talking about وَلَيْسَ الْإِنسَانُ إِلَّا مَا سَعَى. Man will not be get except what he earned. So you cannot get punishment except what you did wrong. But the Bible have some teachings about original sin. That you all born with that sin. How is possible? A baby born and he is with sin? No. The baby is free from sin because he is a pure baby, innocent baby. We call it masum, without any sin. He's a newborn child. No sin. It's sinless. But the Bible said the born child with sin. It is the writing of the people. Quran said, no, you are not getting any punishment except what you earn, what you do with your hands. Even the Bible, the Old Testament said, the father will not get punished for the iniquity of the son, and the son will not get punished for the iniquity of the father. The soul that sinneth shall die. The soul who will sin will die. But in the New Testament, the Paul, he bring the new theory because anyone can write it down in Bible anything. So it's like a public property. Anyone can go and can write it down anything and then present it to people that is the word of God. And it is a lie. Because Bible, sa Biblia, meron marami salita ng Diyos, meron din salita ng tao. But the Quran, walang salita ng tao, puro salita ng Diyos. Kaya it is perfect. There is no mistake. We challenge it to the whole world people to show any mistake in the Quran. Walang mistake sa Quran. Kaya sabi ng Allah sa Quran, ذَلِكَ الْكِتَابُ لَا رَيْبَ فِيهِ. That is the book, no doubt in it. Yan naglibro, walang duda ito. Sa loob na ito. Hudan lil muttaqin, guidance for the people who fear Allah. Ito yung guidance para yung mga tao na takot sa Diyos. Now there are something here in about hadith. There are lots of hadith, marami mga hadith. Sabi nila, sabi ni Prophet Muhammad sallam, but meron din mga hadith na fabricated. Meron din mga hadith hindi na authenticated. And how you can do it, the number one thing is against Quran. Kung may isang hadith contradict sa Quran, hindi tayo sumunod. But some people are insisting, no, we should follow that. No. Sabi ni Prophet Muhammad, if somebody said that I said this, and if it is against the Quran, then I did not say this. It's very clear. Sabi ni Prophet Muhammad, kung sinabi na sa iyo na isang tao na sinabi ko ako ito, at ito yung contradicting sa Quran, hindi na ako sinabi ito. It's very clear na kung may sabi ng tao na sa iyo na ito sinabi ni Prophet Muhammad at ito yung kontra sa Quran, hindi sinabi ni Prophet Muhammad dahil si Prophet Muhammad will never go against Quran. So, the basis natin for the hadith, dapat yung hadith hindi kontra sa Quran. Kahit sabi ng Albani or sabi ng Muhaddisin, it is sahih, no. Hindi na, kahit sabi ng Bukhari sahih ito, sabi ni Imam Muslim sahih ito, sabi ni Imam Mishkat or Nisai, kahit sino man, sabi ito sahih ito, ba't ito kontra sa Quran? Hindi tanggap namin. Dahil lang, number one is the Quran. Our guidance is the Quran. We cannot go away from the Quran. If the Quran is, any of this is contradicting the Quran, we are not going to accept it. Even the Imam Bukhari, even the Imam Muslim, all those collector of the hadith, they write in their book, in the preface, sa umpisa, ano sabi? We collected those hadiths with best of our effort, but if any of hadiths is contradicting the Quran, bring it out and take it out from my book. Why the Muslims are not bringing out those kind of fake hadiths, fabricated hadiths? Marami. There are many hadiths which is fabricated. Like example, Prophet marrying Aisha at 6 years. That's fake. Prophet married Aisha maybe more than 30 years old. Above 30 years old. Meron din yung mga ganitong sinuwaring sa Biblia na katulad yung si Old Testament, si Prophet as Ishaq, lolo ni Prophet Jesus. Kasal kay Rebecca, 3 years old. And sleep with her. Subhanallah, that's astaghfirullah, that's sinungaling. Hindi pwede si Prophet Isa kasal sa Rebecca na 3 taon, hindi pwede. Dahil si Prophet Isa isang propeta. So tayo, we have a Quran. Yung mga Kristiyano, meron sila Biblia, but maraming dagdag bawas dun. Ganon din sa Torah, yung mga Hudyo, Talmud, maraming dagdag bawas. Ganon din sa mga Hindu, maraming mga halo-halo dun sa libro nila. Tayo Muslim, alhamdulillah, meron tayong Quran, walang mistake. Walang dagdag bawas dun. 114 chapter, first chapter is start with Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, alhamdulillah rabbil alamin. Last verse of the Quran, Qul a'udhu birabbin malik minal jinnati wan nas. Everywhere. You can go to everywhere in the world, more than 200 countries, get the Quran, the copy of the Quran, 100% same. No one dot is different. Not one letter is different. Sa buong world, sa buong mundo, pare-parehos Quran. Wala iba-ibang version na Quran. Sa Biblia, maraming version. Catholic Bible, 73 books. Protestant Bible, Born Again Bible, 66 books. Jehovah's Witness, different Bible. Methodist, different Bible. Seventh-day Adventist, different Bible. King James Version, Revised Standard Version, RSV, marami. Thousands of kinds of Bible with the different words. And there is no original. Saan ba yung Biblia ng galing yung kay Prophet Jesus or galing kay Prophet Moses yung Torah o galing kay Prophet Jesus yung Injil or Evangel o galing kay Prophet Daud, Zabur, the Psalm? Wala na. No more original. Puro translation lang. Yung salita ni Prophet Musa, Hebrew, Ebrani. Salita ni Prophet Jesus, Aramaic. But there is no original Injil coming from Jesus, dictated by Jesus, or the original Torah. The Torah comes in the tablets. It was written in the big tablets. It came from it was sent to the mountain, and the Prophet Musa, he carried the Torah. But there is no original Torah in the world today. The Quran is the only book which is available in the world today. For example, we make the challenge, the miracle of the Quran. We can talk to all the religion of the world. Let's throw all your books in the sea. We will throw our books in the sea. That Bible will be thrown in the sea. The Torah, the books of Hindu, the Gita, the Vedas, all the books of all the religions, lagay na lang sa dagat. Pati yung computer, yung laptop, hard disk, lahat. And then we can challenge to all the religion, okay, you write again your book. They cannot write it back, their book. But tayo Muslim, we can write back our book. Why? Because it's here. You cannot remove the Quran. You cannot destroy the Quran. Even they can burn the Quran, no problem. The Quran is here and Quran is in our heart. You memorize the Quran. So example, if they can burn all the Quran of the world and all the other books of the other religion, they cannot write again, but we can write again because we memorize it. In our hearts, in our mind, the Quran is imprinted. We can write again. That's a miracle of the Quran. Kung lahat na yung libro na lahat ng religion, tapos sa dagat, at kung sabihin sa ibang religion, magsulat kayo ng libro ninyo, hindi sila kaya ng sulat. Tayo Muslim, kaya ng sulat dahil memorize ng Quran. Word to word. The millions of Muslim children, they memorize the Quran word to word in the mind and in the heart, and they can read it every day and can write again any moment. And that's how Allah protect the Quran with the way of memorization. It's easy to memorize. Only 5 years, 6 years, 7 years old child can memorize the Quran word by word. More than 6,000 verses. More than 600 pages. If you get the Quran has 600 pages. And one small child, even if he doesn't know Arabic, he memorizes the Quran word by word. And that's called the miracle of the Quran. So inshallah, we emphasize, we all in the Muslims, because Muslims are divided in the world today, because they follow Hadith. They are making Hadith as a separate entity. We as a true believers, we believe the Hadith is not a separate entity. It is just the explanation of the Quran. Okay? Follow the Quran, hold the Quran. Allah said in the Quran, وَاعْتَسِمُوا بِحَبْلِ اللَّهِ جَمِيعًا وَلَا تَفَرَّقُوا. Allah sabi ni Allah, wa'tasimu bihablillahi jami'an wa la tafarraqu. Hold the rope of Allah, lahat kayo, at wag kayo na mag-divided. Hold all of you the rope of Allah and not become divided. Okay. So, ano sabi ni Ibn Abbas anha? Sabi ni Ibn Abbas radhiyallahu anhu, that this is the rope of Allah, meaning here is the Quran. The Hablullah. So Allah did not say the hold the Quran and Hadith. No. Allah said hold the Quran. Because Hadith is not a separate entity. Hadith is the explanation of Quran. Ano ba yun yung Hadith? Hadith na isa yung kahulugan ng Quran lang. At kung may Hadith na kontra sa Quran, hindi na kahulugan ng Quran. Ito, fabricated Hadith. So Hadith always according to Quran. Will never go against the Quran. And that's how you can save yourself and Muslimah from fitna. Remove all the Hadith which is contradicting the Quran and follow the Hadith which is according to Quran. Because Quran, for example, katulad yung Bukhari na may fabricated Hadith marriage of Aisha 6 years old. Fabricated. Because in the Quran, the marriage is only to Nisa. Yung kasal pwede sa Nisa laman. Ano ibig sabihin ng Nisa? Woman. Babae. Bawal yung kasal sa bata. And the Prophet ﷺ is following the Quran and he teaches how to follow the Quran. So marami yung mga accusation ganito rin sa Biblia na according to the prophets na marami accusation katulad yung si Prophet Lot having the sexual relation with his daughters, or the Prophet Noah drink and then he take off his clothes and he dance in the tent, or the Prophet David he did wrong to his wife of his empleado. So marami mga accusation ganito sa Biblia. But the Quran, no such thing. But in the Hadith, also, meron mga fabricated Hadith with those kind of wrong accusations. For example, in the Biblia, they say that Prophet Sulaiman was teaching the magic. And the Quran rejected. وَمَا كَفَرَ سُلَيْمَانَ وَلَكِنَّ الشَّيَاطِينَ كَفَرُوا. When the Bible said that si Solomon was teaching anting-anting or kulam, but Allah said no. وَمَا كَفَرَ سُلَيْمَانَ. The Sulaiman was not making kufar. So if there is accusation against Prophet for committing magic. And magic is the act of the disbeliever. Yung mga tao na wala balataya, sila na yung practice ng magic. So, come to the Quran. If you want all the Muslims to be united, hold the Quran. وَاعْتَصِمُوا بِحَبْلِ اللَّهِ جَمِيعًا وَلَا تَفَرَّقُوا. Hold all of you the rope of Allah and not to be divided. Wag na kayo na sekta-sekta. Hold the Quran. Come to the Quran. If you all hold the Quran, we will never be divided. Take the Hadith is the explanation of the Quran. The Prophet Muhammad is the best example of explanation of the Quran. Stop calling yourself Hanafi, Shafi'i, Malki, Ambali, Salafi, or Ash'ari. No. Sunni, Shia, no. Muslim only. Or Mu'min, the believers. Or Ibadullah, the slave of Allah. Even you cannot call yourself Muhammadi. Like the Christian calls themselves Christian. We cannot call ourselves Muhammadi. We are slaves of Allah. We believe in Allah, so we are Mu'min. And we are Muslim because we submit to Allah, so we are Muslim. So these are the names Allah gave us. And not the names Shafi'i or Hanafi or Maliki or Ambali or Salafi or Muhammadi or Ahlul Hadith or Sunni or Shia. This all is bid'ah. You can call, Prophet ﷺ said, don't call yourself with the names except what Allah has given you. Muslimin, Mu'minin, Ibadullah. Okay? So Quran. Read the Quran. What Allah said to us in the Quran. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, ya ayyuhalladhina amanu. Buong Quran, Allah is calling us a believer. Then Allah said in the Quran, Ya ibadullah, O slaves of Allah. Ya ibadi, O my slaves. And what Allah said, Huwa sammakum al-muslimina min qablu wa fi hadha. Allah said they were given a name to us, Muslimin. So where Allah said in the Quran you are Hanafi, where did Allah say in the Quran you are Shafi'i? Where did Allah say you are Hanbali, you are Maliki, you are Sufi, you are Naqshbandi, you are Qadiri, you are Brelwi, you are Devbandi, you are Salafi? Where did Allah say in the Quran? Can you find me one? Did Allah say this word? You are Najdi, or you are Sunni, you are Shia? Did the Prophet call himself with these names? Did the Ahl Bayt call themselves with these names? Did the Sahaba, any Sahaba, he called himself with these names? Never. So where are you bringing these names? Why bringing a wrong identity? Come to the true identity. And these are the three names Prophet mentioned us, which is Allah said in the Quran, Muslimin, Mu'minin, Ibadullah. We are Muslim, we are Mu'min, believers, and we are Ibadullah, the slaves of Allah. No need for other names, no need to make divide. This is the rules. This is how the British divide us with those names. These names are Salafi, these names were propagated by the British because of their policy of divide and rule. We are not known for those names. We are Muslims. We are believers, mu'minin, and we are the slaves of Allah. Even the Prophet ﷺ, he told us to be called with these names. Because the Prophet said, don't call yourself with any names except which Allah has given you. Allah has called you Muslimin, Mu'minin, Ibadullah. Those who submit to Allah, those who believes in Allah, and those who are slaves of Allah. There are names also in the Quran. Allah said that Innal Mu'minina wal Mu'minati wal Muslimina. And then these are other names in the Quran which Allah called us with. The Saimun, Saimat, or Sadiqeen or Sadiqat, the truthful men and truthful women. There are names of 10 names of list in Surah Al-Azab, where Allah called us Saimin or Sadiqeen or Mutasaddiqeen, those who are giving charity, or Khashi'een, humble. So these are the names which we can, but this is the three names which is ultimate, which Allah is always calling us the Mu'minin, Ya ayyuhallazina amanu, Muslims, Muslimin, and Allah is calling us in the Quran randomly, Ibadullah, the slaves of Allah. May Allah guide us, may Allah forgive us. Inshallah, if there is question, I can answer. If no question, we can make dua, inshallah.
So many ulama today, they are teaching that only ang pwede mo lang daw asawarin is only 4. Why the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam get married more than 4? He did not follow the Quran, the Quran like teaching of the some ulama today. Only 4 lang yung pwedeng asawahin.
Yeah, there is no, hindi ko na basa na if limitation of marriage, hindi ko na basa kahit saan sa hadith. Baka meron, but Prophet Sallallahu has, I think, 9 or 11 wives in time of his death. So there is no such thing in the Quran. And if it is haram, then Prophet Sallallahu should not commit haram also. Okay. But Allah said in the Quran that marry 2, 3 or 4, but if you think you cannot make justice, then only 1. So there is a safe side for people who cannot make balancing, then they will go to hellfire. So it's better to stick with 1, 2, not to go in the injustice, and then you will be going in the hellfire, which is difficult, more difficult than to live here and later go in the hellfire. Hindi nakamali, ibig sabihin ang Propeta Muhammad sallam nakamali din siya. Oh, that's not good, masama. It is blasphemy. If you say it like this in Pakistan, you are finished. You will be caught by the people. Okay, wag na sabihin ito. Si Prophet sallam, kung sinabi mo nakamali si Prophet Muhammad o nakamali si Prophet Jesus, it is considered as blasphemy. Okay, we cannot say this. Even the Prophet Adam, he mistake in the Quran, you cannot say yourself. Allah can say. Okay, this is respect, because they are not ordinary people. They are the Prophet of Allah. You cannot say, oh, Prophet Adam mistake, Prophet. You have no status to do this. You have no right to say this even for Prophet Adam alayhi salam. First, he is the father of all the human beings, and then he is the Prophet of Allah. Allah can reprimand him, or Allah can warn him. Allah can say, but you have no status, right? Walang karapatan na you can point a prophet mistake. No, we have to be avoided. We need to always, even in the matter of dawah, be careful with your words with Prophet Jesus, because Prophet Jesus is also the Prophet of Allah. So we need to be always say good words for the prophets, because the prophets are the ambassadors of Allah. They are the Safir of Allah. And they need, if you insult them, then you insult Allah. And if you insult Allah, you will be going in the hellfire. Si Ustad Umar, tanong niya, meron ba talaga Biblia wikang Arabic? May nagsabi po sa akin, meron daw Biblia Arabic at tawag nila sa Panginoon daw ay Allah. Yes, meron marami mga Christian na Arabo. Sa Palestine, meron din mga Christian Arab. And Lebanon, meron din Egypt. Meron din mga tao na speaking Arabic. At meron din Biblia na Arabic. Sabi yung sa Biblia ito at parang Kitab Muqaddas. Sabi nila yung hindi Bible. Sa Arabic, may sulat doon Kitab Muqaddas. At na lahat na yung ng pangalan ng Diyos doon, Allah. Totoo. At yung prophet Jesus, sa Arabic Bible, hindi yung Jesus pangalan. Isa al-Masih. Si Mary, hindi Mary doon. Maryam. Si Jacob, hindi Jacob, Jacob. Si Joseph, hindi Joseph, Yusuf. Si Solomon, hindi Solomon, Sulaiman. Si David, hindi David dun, Daud. So, yung Arabic, yung tutong pangalan ng propeta. Dahil yung mga propeta, Hebrew, katulad din Arabic. Yung propeta, Aramaic, katulad si Jesus, katulad din Arabic din, okay? So, totoo yung may Biblia na at meron din yung pangalan doon ng Diyos Allah. Yung parusa sa libingan, sa lahat ng bagay pares, sabi ng Allah sa Quran, subhanallazi khalaqal azwaja kullaha, lahat ng bagay pares, okay? So, meron tayo katawan, meron tayo yung kaluluwa, yan maging pares, okay? So, yung may dala ng anghel yung damit para sa kaluluwa, yung tao dito rin yung katawan, dito rin sa galing sa lupa yung tela, yung damit para sa libing. But yung sa kaluluwa, dala ng yung mga anghel, tela, yung spiritual tela. Magandang tela para sa magandang kaluluwa, masamang tela yung para sa masamang kaluluwa. Mabaho. So na yun, kung meron ng dalawang tela para sa katawan, meron tela galing dito sa lupa at meron tela galing sa dala ng mga anghel, tela yung para sa kaluluwa. Ganun din may dalawang libingan. Ano ibig sabihin ng libingan? Lagyan ng katawan at lagyan ng kaluluwa. So may yung libingan ng kaluluwa, andun yung nangyari yung tanungan ng marabo ka, mandino ka at yung parusa dun kung walang sagot. At kung may luxury, yung entertainment, andun rin sa kaluluwa. Maliban yung kaluluwa ng martyr, yung shahid, pasok sa paraiso. Sa ibang kaluluwa, na magandang kaluluwa yung pananampalataya, sa taas ng unang langit hanggang sa 7 langit. Yan ang explanation. At doon yung mga masamang kaluluwa sa mababa ng unang langit. Hindi balik dito sa lupa. Meron ng words of the Quran, ammatun gayru aya. La yashuruna ayyana yubasun. They are dead without life. And they don't know when they will be resurrected. So all the yung kaluluwa, yung mga katawan dito sa lupa, walang kaluluwa at walang yung parusa sa katawan dahil dead body. Yung parusa ng kubur sa kaluluwa, hindi sa katawan. We already explained it many times. So I think everybody should understand it, inshallah.